I'm taking these botched AI generations. Where are the bodies? Ooh, that's creepy. Yeah, I love her. And turning them into 3 mermaid paintings. Mermaids, nymphs, sirens. These beauties swam into our oldest tales with their enchanting songs. Today, I'll show you how to develop 3 mermaid concepts using less than perfect AI. I grew up in a small seaport town in Long Island, New York. Think fresh fish, local nautical attractions, and of course, mermaids. So yeah, I've always been drawn to these mischievous sirens. From their irresistible charm to luring sailors into the abyss. Let's be real. Mermaids are pretty badass. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melody Nieves. 3 paintings equals 3 different themes, so each mermaid will get a style and story. I'll use Adobe Firefly to generate a few references, along with ChatGPT to help with some of the research. Seductress of the sea, depth, big feminine energy. Our first mermaid came to slay with absolutely nothing to prove. So the first one that we have going on is exquisite female beautiful mermaid swimming underwater, ultra realistic render. And here's what we got so far. The first one is really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I really like her. Generally speaking, I feel like this is such a pretty portrait. Am I weird for liking this one? I really like her. I feel in some type of way she don't got the rest of her body, but yeah, I love her. I think it's this expression, honestly. It's very serene, very much floating in the water, magical goddess. But I mean, she is kind of a head floating around in the water right now. Eventualmente, ecobigo, no sé. I feel like in order to salvage this, if I was to use this, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put a couple more prompts in to get the rest of the body. So since she's Asian, we'll make sure that the mermaid is specifically a beautiful Asian mermaid from the side view as a digital art painting. Yeah, I'm feeling these a lot more. I'm gonna have to stitch together her whole body, it looks like. We'll start with the face, and then I'll have to figure out like a whole outfit thing and keep it so that her hair is just floating in the back like that. I really like that. So here's the sketch so far. I want to be realistic going into this. Typically speaking, my paintings never come out like the original sketch, but here is a basic outline of what we're working with. Mostly concentrating on making up what I lost in the original generation. Not gonna lie, this one was hard. I had to constantly cross-reference images, repaint the coral landscape, and by the time I was done, it had already cost me months, literally months, of work. And now the reveal. I did glam her up a little bit. I couldn't help myself. Her earrings are the same little trinket that's on her bodice. You know, details. I feel like this really helps separate her from the original AI generation. For the first mermaid, I'm pretty happy with the result. And in the end, I even animated it using AI. So cool. Every young siren remembers her first friend. So for the second piece, what if we try something more along the lines of a little girl underwater and some sea creature friends to bring into the mix? This is really cute. Yeah, again, we've got really weird fins. So that's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind. She's got a dress. I actually really do like this one. I'm gonna have to convert this dress into a fin so she looks more like a mermaid and not kind of like a cryptic underwater painting. Ooh, that's creepy. It's weird because I feel bad roasting the children, okay? I do not want to roast the children, all right? The turtle looks treacherous, let's be real. The turtle is freaking me out. It's got like 3 extra legs, 2 extra legs, 1 extra leg. Oh, that just looks like a... It looks like a spider. I can't look at it anymore. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how, if we can work it out. Where are the bodies? Sometimes the generations will be really cool, the lighting will be really beautiful, but then she don't got a body. Where are all these bodies? I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup to do with this one. So here's the sketch so far. The second painting features the innocent story of a mermaid and her sea turtle bestie as she plays dress up with scavenged finds. The only thing that I really used ChatGPT for was trying to figure out some of the details that I should be using within the painting. For instance, like these fish. Hey chat, if this was a fish, what kind of fish would it be?
Bestie, that little golden swimmer in the pic, looks like it could be inspired by a yellow tang or maybe a butterfly fish, especially with that bright yellow-orange coloring and the general body shape. Both of those are tropical reef fish and are super popular in animated or stylized ocean scenes because of their vibrant vibes.
Okay.
The yellow tang has a more rounded, disc-like body, while butterfly fish have those distinctive snouts and slightly more angular silhouettes. Though in stylized art like this, it can be a blend.
Okay, so that's 2 different types of fish I can think about. The yellow tang and the butterfly fish. Again, I'll do a 3/4 length vertical composition with secondary and background characters. The colors favor the original, with my own lighting tricks to center the focus. I felt like if I gave her a couple more accessories, she would look a little bit more like a kid. It wasn't until this little guy gave me some trouble that I got stuck. The only thing was, I did not expect that I still messed up these fins, feet, whatever they are. Are they fins? What are they? The feet. You know what I'm talking about. And for a good moment, I really considered like, I'm not touching that. I already spent so much time in it. I don't want to go back. I got so distracted by her dress. I didn't even make sure to check the anatomy of the sea turtle again to see if it was right. It wasn't. It was very wrong. But, my stubborn self just had to figure it out. So before and after, it looks way better. I'm really glad that I took out the time to finally fix the feet. They look a lot more like a sea turtle. I really love this painting. It's one of my favorite paintings that I've ever done, honestly. And some of the proportions for the AI generations just were so off that I felt like it was really important to fix those in the end. So I think comparatively, it was a really great idea, but execution-wise, again, it was kind of hard to pull off simply because there was so much that I had to go back and research and figure out and make sure was okay since the original generation was so messed up. On to the last one. Nothing beats the all-knowing presence of the Sea Empress. I didn't want to do the body again because it literally cost me months of painting time to figure out and to make up for, which looking back doesn't really look like it. I feel a way about that. But in the end, I felt like, well, if I just go ahead and do a bust portrait, I will probably be way better off in the long run. And I was right. So for this concept, we're gonna go ahead and do exquisite female beautiful mermaid with elegant jewelry, swimming with colorful fishes. And there might be an underwater. She's cute. I'm not really feeling her hair. But again, it's just, look, I would assume, or at least hope, that Firefly got a lot better than this. These generations are from last year, so they are pretty old. Oh, I love that. Again, I feel like because it's a series, I really don't mind that a lot of the backgrounds look the same. The coral looks the same, the fish look the same. That'll be great for making it look like an entire series, so I'm really glad about that. Anyway, there's still so much here to work with, so for the actual drawing, here's what I came up with. Out of the three, this painting had the only color scheme that was different than the inspiration, since I was already relying so heavily on AI for the design. I chose my experimental color palette for a fresh take on the scene. As a painter, I tend to edit as I go, so as the features change, I'm looking at the different textures and general structure to see where it needs more balance. Like switching the headband to a braid or continuing the abalone detail onto her bodice. Here's the final reveal.
See what you're doing, me.
So there you have it. 1 year later, and I finally made 3 mermaid paintings inspired by AI. Because of how long they took, I wouldn't necessarily always recommend this process. This is really great if you're having some trouble coming up with references, but I kind of feel like it's only under the condition that you are already a pretty decent sketch artist at least, and you have no problem making up for the areas that are going to need a lot of fixing, like the anatomy or certain details in the background that might get a little weird. So anyway, that's it for now. I hope you guys liked that video, and I'll be back with more. See you next time.
Mora, ladies and gentlemen, Mora the mermaid, the strangest creature in captivity. See her alive, see her living underwater, half woman, half fish.